Well, here we are back at undisclosed lot 48. And this is the one where we jacked it, raised the finished floor elevation 5 inches. And this is one where the front 20% drains towards the front of the lot, the back 80% goes towards the back. So if we look at the right side of this slab, imagine if it was 5 inches lower. That means we would have a hell of a lot of dirt. Excess. This is looking better. We could have even gone 8 inches, really, to tell you the truth. But this is more workable, way more workable. The other lot that I checked, those boys are doing the slab over there. We pulled the hypotenuse. He's got his slab inspection on tomorrow. Had a nice talk with him. He wants to get it right. And he said, thank you for checking the error on this slab when they had their under their slab inspection. He was very thankful to be found that he was out of square before he was poured the concrete. So the next is when a heavy framer comes, make sure he string lines the wall for for in plane. Make sure that he string lines the trusses, and make sure he uses an 8-foot level to check the plumb of the walls. And the geometry of this slab is in very good shape and ready for the framer. Everything builds off the guy who came before you. And let's just take a look at this HVAC pad, looking to see if there's any cracks, because usually nobody tamps down the earth underneath a AC pad, and so sometimes if it's on real loose earth, it could crack up before we get to trim out. Nice looking little bit of black ice. Looks like they cut the control joints somewhat recently, but not yesterday, earlier than that. And so looking around this whole area here, it is pretty safe to assume, especially looking at where the white truck is, that should have been raised there. So the superintendent's going to have a challenge with the lot to the left of that, of how we're going to make that work, because that earth is too high and that house now is too low for what we got. So that's going to be a challenge. But the good thing is we found out now that this whole area is high, and we can proceed with chatting with the surveyors. We can proceed with a strong assumption to elevate the FFEs of all the rest of the structures in here. And then we will need some help from the surveyor when we get to that lot to the left of the white van. And bring your manager out here. How are we gonna fix that lot condition to work without all the rainwater drifting right onto that home off of the lot to the left? That is what happens if you don't check your lot conditions. You end up with something like that. So that's a challenge for down the road to solve. It is solvable. It'll be a little bit of a headache, but we know now we're going to be building now vertical. We're going to go vertical here with a good game plan.